Once upon a time, in a bright and bustling train yard, there lived a little engine named Eddie. Engine Eddie was shiny and new, with a blue coat of paint that sparkled in the sun. He loved to chug along the tracks, delivering packages and bringing smiles to everyone he met. Eddie had many friends in the train yard. There was Bella, the big red freight engine, Sammy, the sleek silver passenger train, and Tilly, the tiny green shunter. They all had different jobs, but they always helped each other out. Eddie admired his friends and wanted to be just as helpful. One sunny morning, the train yard was buzzing with excitement. The mayor had announced a big fair in the nearby town, and everyone was busy preparing for the event. There were decorations to be hung, food to be transported, and people to be brought to the fairgrounds. Eddie was eager to help and hurried to the station master, Mr. Whistle. "Mr. Whistle, how can I help with the fair?" Eddie asked, his eyes shining with enthusiasm. Mr. Whistle smiled kindly. "Eddie, I need you to deliver these important supplies to the fairgrounds. But remember, it's a big job, and you'll need to work with your friends to get it done." Eddie nodded excitedly and set off to gather the supplies. He was so determined to do a good job that he didn't think about asking his friends for help. He loaded his car with boxes of decorations, bundles of balloons, and crates of delicious treats. The load was heavy, but Eddie was confident he could handle it. As Eddie chugged down the tracks, the load became harder and harder to pull. He puffed and strained, but the weight was too much. Just as he was about to give up, he heard a familiar whistle behind him. It was Bella, the big red freight engine. "Eddie, you look like you could use some help," Bella called out. Eddie sighed with relief. "Oh, Bella, I wanted to do it all by myself, but it's too heavy." Bella chuckled. "It's okay, Eddie. Sometimes we all need a little help. Let's do this together." With Bella's help, the load felt much lighter. As they continued, they ran into Sammy, the sleek silver passenger train, who was carrying passengers to the fair. Sammy saw Eddie and Bella and offered to help too. "Hey, why don't we work together?" Sammy suggested. "I can carry some of the lighter boxes." Eddie agreed, and soon the three friends were working as a team. They laughed and chatted as they chugged along, and the journey seemed much shorter. As they neared the fairgrounds, they met Tilly, the tiny green shunter, who was organizing the deliveries. "Wow, you all did a great job," Tilly exclaimed. "Let me help you unload and set up." With Tilly's help, the supplies were quickly unloaded and arranged. The fairgrounds looked wonderful, with colorful decorations, delicious food, and happy people everywhere. The mayor came over and thanked Eddie and his friends. "You all did a fantastic job. This fair wouldn't have been possible without your teamwork." Eddie beamed with pride. "I learned an important lesson today," he said. "Working together makes everything easier and more fun." His friends nodded in agreement. "Teamwork and cooperation are the keys to success," Bella added. As the fair began, Eddie and his friends enjoyed the festivities, knowing they had accomplished something special together. From that day on, Eddie always remembered the lesson of cooperation and was never afraid to ask for help. And so, in the bustling train yard, the little blue engine named Eddie became a shining example of teamwork and friendship, teaching everyone that working together makes every journey a joy.